Lecture number 15. Summary of the scheduling algorithms, which is the shortest job for scheduling and the priority scheduling. Shortest job for scheduling. This algorithm associates with the ACT process the length of the letter's next CPU burst. When the CPU is available, it is assigned to the process that has the smallest next CPU burst. If two processes have the same length next CPU burst, if CFS stands for first come first served scheduling is used to break the tie. The real difficulty with the SJF algorithm is in knowing the length of the next CPU request. For long-term scheduling in a batch system, we can use as the length the process time limit that a user specifies when he submits the job. For short-term CPU scheduling, there is no way to length of the next CPU burst. One approach is to try to approximate SJF scheduling by assuming that the next CPU burst will be similar in length to the previous ones. For instance, the next CPU burst is generally predicted as an exponential average of the measured length of previous CPU burst. We discussed this equation in detail in a subsequent lecture. The SJF or shortest job first algorithm may either be preemptive or non-preemptive. A preemptive SJF algorithm preempts the currently executing process, whereas a non-preemptive SJF algorithm, it will allow the currently running process to finish its CPU burst. Preemptive SJF scheduling is sometimes called shortest remaining time first scheduling. We illustrate the working of the SJF algorithm by using the following system state. We have here the four process, the arrival time, the burst time. The Gantt chart for the execution of the four processes using SJF is shown in figure 15.1. First, we can see the Gantt chart in table figure 15.5. In the arrival time 0, the available process of arrival time is in P1. So, the CPU is allocated to the process P1. And the burst time of this process is 7. So, this process would require 7 units of time for completing its execution. Now, we have to select the shortest burst time. The shortest burst time is 3P3. So, the CPU would be allocated to P3. So, 7 plus the burst time of P3 is 1. So, 7 plus 1 is equals to 8. Next, we see that two processes are having same burst time because P2 is having 4 and P4 is also having 4. So, there is a tie. To break the tie, we have to apply the FCFS, stands for first come first serve. P2 has come at 2.0 and P4 has came at 5.0. So according to the first come first serve, CPU would be allocated to P2 because 2.0 is less than to 5.0. So P2 has come before P4. CPU would be allocated to P2. Then the burst time is 4. So 8 plus 4 is equals to 12. Then the burst time of P4 is 4. So 12 plus 4 is equals to 16. To get the average waiting time, we just subtract the unit of time and the arrival time. The average waiting time is equals to 0 plus 6 plus 3 plus 7 and divided by it by 4 is equals to 4 time units. Now you can see the illustration of the working of SRTF algorithm by using the system state shown above. The Gantt chart for the execution of the 4 processes using SRTF is shown in figure 15.2. In non-preemptive, the process of preemptive will continue its execution until its termination. We cannot forcefully remove that process from CPU in between the execution of process. In our system state, one process has been arrived, which is the 0.0 at P1. Then P1 has been executed from 0 to 2. Now the remaining time for P1 is 5 because 7 minus 2, that is 5. Then check out at 2. The burst time of P2 is 4. But before that, we must find out which one is having the shortest burst time. And the shortest burst time is the P3. The P3 is arrived at 4. So we'll allocate the CPU to P3 for 1 unit only, and this P3 has been terminated now. Then P2 is the next shortest burst time, which is 2. So 5 plus 2 is equals to 7. Next shortest burst time is the P4, which is 4. So 7 plus 4 is equals to 11. And lastly, the P1, which has a burst time of 5. So 11 plus 5 is equals to 16. And the average time is 9 plus 1 plus 0 plus 2, and divided by 4 is equals to 3 time units. Next is the priority scheduling. Priority is associated with each process, and the CPU is allocated to the process with the highest priority from the smallest integer into the highest priority. Equal priority processes are scheduled in FCFS order. The SJF algorithm is simply a priority algorithm where the priority P is the inverse of the predicted next CPU burst. The larger the CPU burst of a process, the lower its priority, and vice versa. Priority scheduling can either be preemptive or non-preemptive. A preemptive priority scheduling algorithm will preempt the CPU if the priority of the newly arrived process is higher than the priority of the currently running process. Then a non-preemptive priority scheduling algorithm, it will simply put the new process at the head of the ready queue. Indefinite blocking or starvation, it is a major problem with priority scheduling algorithm. It's a process that is ready to run, but locking the CPU can be considered block waiting for the CPU. A priority scheduling algorithm can leave some low priority processes waiting indefinitely for the CPU. And we have the solution for that problem. It is the aging. Indefinite blockage of low priority processes. It involves gradually increasing the priority of processes that wait in the system for a long time. For example, if priority numbers range from 0, high priority, to 127, the high priority, we could decrement priority of every process periodically, say every 10 minutes. This would result in every process in the system eventually getting the highest priority in a reasonably short amount of time and scheduled to use the CPU.